In my last video we were looking at Daniel chapter 8, specifically verse 14, and he said unto me, unto 2,300 days then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. We saw that that particular verse has three key components: the 2,300 days, the sanctuary, and the sanctuary cleansed. And we are specifically looking at the moment at least, the 2,300 days. In the last video we discovered that the 2,300 days are actually 2,300 years, and in future videos we'll see why the 2,300 days can't be literal days, because it just wouldn't fit into the prophetic time frame given to us in scripture. So we have 2,300 years. As yet we've got no start and end points, and in this video I'm going to show you that in order to get a start and an end to the 2,300 years you have to go to Daniel chapter 9. There are 5 key components in Daniel chapter 8: the ram, the he-goat, the little horns moves, earthly moves first of all, followed by the little horns religious moves, and also the sanctuary cleansed. There are many other things that the chapter deals with. The 2 desolating powers that would trample the truth during the 2,300 days or years period, and that's something that we'll look at closely by the Most High's grace in future videos. Now, Gabriel gives an explanation of the vision in these verses 19 through to 27. The ram is explained, the he-goat is explained, the little horns earthly moves are explained, and also the little horns religious moves, but there's no explanation given in regard to the 2,300 days and the sanctuary, nor the sanctuary cleansed, and I'll show you why that is a fact. There are 2 words used in the chapter, Hebrew words translated into the English word vision. The first one is Khazon, and that is referring to the entire vision. The second Hebrew word is Mare, and that refers to a specific part of the vision of Daniel chapter 8. Let's look at the verses which contain the English word vision. Daniel 8 and verse 2 is the first. And I saw in a vision Khazon, and it came to pass when I saw that I was at Shushan in the palace which is in the province of Elam, and I saw in a vision Khazon, and I was by the river Ulai. Verse 13 is the next verse which has the word vision. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, How long shall be the vision Khazon concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot? In future videos we'll look at the transgression of desolation and the daily and other things included in that verse, but we're looking specifically at the 2,300 day period in this video and the ones to come, the ones that will come in the next days or weeks by the Most High's grace. Daniel 8 and verse 17 is where we're first introduced to the Hebrew word Mare. So he came near where I stood, and when he came I was afraid and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, Understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision Mare. So the angel is referring to a specific part of the vision which he calls the Mare in this particular verse. Not the Khazon, the entire vision, but the Mare, a part of the vision. Verse 15, and it came to pass when I had seen the vision, the entire vision Khazon, and sought for the meaning, then behold there stood before me as the appearance of a man. Verse 16, and I heard a man's voice between the banks of Ulai, which called and said, Gabriel, make this man to understand the vision. Again, the word Mare is used a portion of the vision, so the Most High wants Daniel to especially understand a certain part of the Khazon, the entire vision. Verse 26, and the vision, Mare, of the evening and the morning which was told is true, wherefore shut thou up the vision, Mare, for it shall be for many days. So a certain part of the vision is shut up. The Mare part of the vision is shut up. Gabriel explains the Khazon, the entire vision. He explains the ram, the he-goat, the little horns, earthly and religious moves, but he doesn't explain the Mare part of the vision. Now, the Mare part of the vision is called the vision of the evening and the morning. Remember in the first video we looked at the fact that the 14th verse of Daniel chapter 8 ought to have read, unto 2,300 evening and mornings, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. We looked at the fact that the English word days was translated from two Hebrew words, Ereb meaning evening and Boker meaning morning. So the evening and the morning's portion of the vision is the 2,300 days. There's no explanation of the 2,300 days in Daniel chapter 8. The Mare, the 2,300 days of Daniel chapter 8, isn't explained in the 8th chapter, so therefore we have to go somewhere else to find an explanation. And to confirm what I'm saying, Daniel 8 and verse 27 says, and I Daniel fainted and was sick certain days. Afterward I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished at the vision, the Mare, the 2,300 days, but none understood it. Where do we have to go in order to gain an understanding of the Mare, the 2,300 days, the 2,300 years? We go to Daniel chapter 9, and what we'll be looking at by the Most High's grace in the next videos is the 70 weeks or 490 years prophecy. An understanding of that prophecy is the key to understanding the start and the beginning of the 2,300 days prophecy of Daniel chapter 8 and verse 14. Please pray for me that I will be given time to make the next video pretty soon. Pray for me in general also as I pray for you, and may the Most High richly bless you all.